Alright guys, it is Sunday, September 26th, I think. Alright, for some reason it's not showing on the date. I think it's the 26th, but anyway, it's Sunday. And this isn't going to be like a full video because, well, this part at least, the part I'm recording. Here's the piece. There's you can kind of see it's dusty. That's residual primer that kind of got in the back as I didn't mask the back. But here's the product, the blue piece. Let me kind of focus on that. Okay, so it looks okay. It looks okay. I've got the panel lining, I've detailed the vents or whatever they're supposed to be. Even the white piece is done, and that was just done by white primer. But you can see that it's a little frosty, and I think that's because I sprayed flat and then I decided to spray some clear. Stupid move. So and it's probably because I didn't wait long enough between coats. So what I'm gonna do after this is I'm gonna go ahead and, because I actually ran out of semi-gloss, the Mr. Color semi-gloss. That actually, getting those small cans actually proves to be a little too pricey, so I'm actually going to start resorting to, when it comes to coats, I'm going to, like top coats and stuff, I'm going to actually resort to start using Krylons, because with those Mr. Colors and all those Tamiyas, they're like, what, $13, $14, $15 a can, and they only give you so much. Yeah, the spray is really nice, the PSI on them is really nice, but you know, it's a tough economy right now. I don't spend too much of my time doing this modeling thing, so I'm gonna resort to Krylon for now. Be inexpensive. I'm not gonna use the word cheap. I'm gonna be inexpensive. Get myself a rather than using flat. I actually liked the way it looked flat, but it would have like completely looked different from the rest of the kit. So I'm gonna get the next thing up. Not gonna be gloss, because obviously the kit's finish isn't gloss, so I'm going to get semi-gloss or whatever the equivalent of that is. I think it's satin, I think is the next thing up. So, unless you guys know the answer to that, some of you might be familiar with using Krylons. I know, jeez. Come on, brain fart here. Dark Fate. I know Dark Fate was actually the one who asked or told me about the Krylon stuff. So if you see this segment of the video, let me know right away, because I'm actually going to go to Walmart either Monday or Tuesday. I don't have a day off Monday through Friday. I'm hoping I do, because I wasn't supposed to even work on Monday, but they called me. Someone can't get the day off, or can't work their hours, so I have to replace them. But anyway, it looks very nice, but ugly at the same time. Like, I like the way it looks, but the finish is just off. Completely messed it up. So, I'm hoping if I just spray another coat of something, some semi-gloss, this will fix itself. Otherwise, it's going to have to be considered a hiccup on this kit. Yeah. But anyway, other than that, it looks great. So, for you guys, especially for Hellfire, Ifrit, you've been wanting to see a GN sword pose. Here's one. It's just a simple pose with the GN sword 5. So here's more of a dramatic angle at that. I think it looks real nice. I'm gonna actually remove the GN sword bits and put the sword into Buster sword mode, so you can see it's basically the same positioning of the body, but the sword is just switched up. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so here's an actual Buster sword pose. Why's that out of focus? There you go. So here's an actual Buster sword pose. It's exactly the same as the other pose, except you can kind of see what I mean by adding, with the GN shield in the back, I'm adding a little bit more drama. The other differences, aside from obviously the Buster sword and the positioning of the GN shield, is the toe positioning. They're more pointed towards inward, especially the one in the back. Previously the toes were pointed outward, but to remain or to keep stability, you have to point the toes a little bit more inward so that the toes would help support the center of balance for the double O quanta, especially for a pose like this. So for anyone who says you cannot pose your double O quanta without using a stand, well, some of those guys are probably a little bit impatient. So all it is, guys, is a lot of patience, some creativity, a little bit of thinking about the physics of this model kit and the positioning of the different parts and stuff. Also, the GN shield back there, not only does it look nice, but also helps with the weight distribution a little bit. Not so much, but it helps a little bit. I think most of the support is coming from the inward, the toe in stuff. Got the arms back there for, you know, balance support, and the GN shield, of course. A lot of the weight does come from the front, and for a model kit or any figure to pull off a pose like this, you really just need your patience and figure out where the points of balance are and different things. Also, how Quanta holds a sword, I find that it helps that you adjust the wrist, not the ball joint, but the blue piece. It helps that you actually pivot that a little bit upward, so that way the peg on the blue part of the GN Sword 5 would actually fit into the hole securely, and you get a much greater point of support there. Of course, that doesn't help. It doesn't really help with the white part on the hand. That's always going to pop off no matter what. But it does help a little bit with stability of holding the GN sword in Buster mode. But anyway, that's the pose thing. So once again, this part here is recorded on Sunday. I'm hoping to come back with a better finish for that blue piece, and then I can consider this kit to be 100% complete. And also, I guess I should share this now, but you guys remember, some of my older subscribers could remember back when I used to do my Gundam reviews a lot. I used to do like these action pose demos, not just in my reviews, but actually as an extras video. So, and then of course, obviously, I can't do it now because partnerships, kind of limiting what kind of music I can use and stuff like that. So to prevent from that, I'm actually going to take this opportunity, take advantage of my VersusEclipse channel that isn't a partner channel, and use all the music I want and make extras videos like I used to. Just more poses and stuff like that, more than I can demo my 3 or 4 different poses that I show off in normal reviews. So you'll see more poses like this and all different types of poses in those extras. So it's also an indication to those of you out there who see these extra videos. It's an indication saying that the kit is finally complete. So I'm going to do it with Quanta, I'm going to do it with Unicorn Destroy mode, which, by the way, I haven't actually started because I said I was going to start on it, but I was really determined to finish that, and also it was my friend's 6-month death anniversary this past weekend, so I wanted to really make that a priority too. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next half of this video, which hopefully I'll be done by Wednesday or so. Alright, catch you there. Alright, so it's the following morning, and okay, I don't know if you guys can hear what I'm watching, but like, I love this. Oh, come on. Oh, anyway, I'll show you the next round. I love that stuff. So yes, the following morning, I sprayed that second coat of clear, and it turned out a lot better. So I can consider this done now. I'm actually out of that clear stuff. I finished it off on this piece. So, yep, that's that. Oh, you gotta see this. Right there. Let's go, Z. Anyway, those are my two favorite cars. I used to own a 240, a Sylvia. I used to own one, but I didn't own it long enough to actually get to doing that stuff. I did a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, enough about that. So I can finally say it's done. Came out a lot clearer than I thought. I might end up putting a couple of decals on there. I might. Um, but as of now though, I'm done with it officially. But if I do feel like adding another decal or two, you guys will see on the extras video, which I am gonna do eventually. Um, so yeah, after the extras, then I'll get to the review. So yep, finally done with this. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty sick, I'd have to say. So high grade 00 Quanta. It was a fun build, real great. And I'm really talking about it like I'm really done. But yeah, it was a real fun build. I mean, I could have went the easy way and just build it build it and paint it the normal way it should have been. But I felt like adding a little bit more to it because I don't know. The normal design just really didn't click with me, and I figured, you know what? Let me just add on a few things the way I like to see it. And to be honest, I think it turned out real great. And I don't know how many times I got to say that, but it turned out real great in my opinion at least. And that's all that matters. And yeah, there were a few hiccups here and there and stuff, especially with this piece. But in the end, I think it all turned out very well. And what matters really is that you, the builder, get a good sense of accomplishment after everything is done. And that's what I'm feeling right now. I got a good sense of accomplishment looking at this thing. So yeah, next project will be Unicorn.